Hi everyone, long time no see. I know I have been gone for ages, well, a few weeks, which is ages, I think, because most people here do videos like every 3 days. Anyways, I'm busy with Bubs, obviously, and today I have a few minutes and I thought I'd do a little video about the makeup that I'm using at the moment pretty much every day, my everyday makeup routine for summer at the moment here in Australia. It's a really nice glowy look with mineral foundation, and I hope you enjoy. So first thing I'm going to start off with, I've moisturized my face already and I'm using a primer as well. I want to show you the primer. The Present, a really good primer, but it really does make makeup stay on all day. Next up, I've got two MAC Studio Finish concealers. One is an N35 and the other one is an NW20, and I found that if I mix these together, like 2 parts of this and 1 part of the darker one, that it really blends in well with my under eye circles and my makeup afterwards. I've got really dark circles, especially lately. I wonder why. So now I'm just going to mix it on my hand, and I really just apply it with my fingers. I don't bother using a brush or anything like that. I apply it all the way up to under the lash line, so I look nice and awake, and just a little bit in the inner corner of the eye here as well, just to brighten my eyes up a little bit. See the difference there? And the same goes on the other side. 2 foundations, and I actually like to mix them. This is a Polar foundation, Sulfique, in B86, which is quite dark still for my skin tone at the moment. It's my Young Blood foundation in Tawny. This is the pressed mineral foundation, and I like to use a big fluffy brush for that. I really like to use, especially now in this weather, mineral foundations because they don't clog up your pores. Okay, now I'm going to stick with my darker powder foundation, and to avoid using too many different products when I don't have much time, for example, I could now use a bronzing powder instead, but I just use the darker one and just squeeze my brush together and kind of define the contour of my cheeks. And I'm also using this just on the outline of my face, under my chin, and just blend it out a little bit because my neck is always whiter than the rest of my body. Now I'm quite tan at the moment, so. Now for this lovely glow that we all want to have in the summer, and without looking too caked on, I'm using the Estee Lauder Signature 5-Tone Shimmer Powder, which looks like that. You've got a darker one and then it goes into different shades until you have this light one here, which is really quite nice, white and shimmery, if you can see that. So I'm using my brush and I'm using it this way, so I get the first 3 powders basically, and the darkest goes down the bottom here. And that same way I apply it. So you go from dark to light, so you have the highlighter exactly where you want it and the dark where you want it. So next up we're going to do the eyes, and I'm just going to use Groundwork by MAC, which is a paint pot, and I'm just using my fingers again and just apply that on top of my eyelid. This prevents any creasing and makes the color stay on longer if you apply any eyeshadow afterwards. And you know what, sometimes I just leave it as it is. I like the feeling of having dry eyelids. I hate it when it kind of starts to get sticky during the day when it's so hot. And that's why sometimes I just wear this on its own without anything else, because it is coloured and it just sort of defines the lid area. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm going to use MAC Fling just in the inner corner and up until about the peak. And then I could not find my darker MAC, so now I'm going to use the Definer Brow from Maybelline in dark brown, which is pretty much the same, just a lot cheaper. Next up I'm going to use my Naked palette, the first one from Urban Decay, and I'm going to use Virgin as a highlighter, and then I'm going to use, which is called, here, Side Up. And I'm going to use my fingers again, because I'm too lazy to use brushes when I'm in a hurry, or when the baby's crying, or when I have to go somewhere quickly. So I'm just going to use the highlighter under my eyebrows to highlight that brow bone, and T-duct area to brighten up my eyes and make them appear larger. And then I'm going to use side curl, or whatever that thing is called, because that just gives sort of a nice glow. So start on the outer corner, and then I'm going to swipe it in like that. And now the rest I'm going to blend out. It's just so easy to use. Fingers, isn't it? Fingers are our best instruments, I think. I'm going to use my MAC Shade Stick in the colour Relaxed, which is a lovely brown with gold shimmers in it. Well, it's more goldy really than brown once it's on. And I use it just to kind of surround my eye with this, instead of using black eyeliner or something like that. And I'm going to use it on top as well. Just draw on it a few times and just sort of smudge it out. And I'm just going to apply mascara, and I always use my Sexy Curve mascara by Rimmel. Oh, have I also told you, I don't think I have told anyone about this, that part of my eyelash extension video, it's titled So Bad, the worst eyelash extensions ever, which was done over a year ago, nearly 2 years ago, when I had a really bad experience with eyelash extensions. Part of that video was used on CTV, on Canadian television, in an eyelash extension special. Like 3 seconds of my video was used, not much, but I thought it was quite funny. Yeah. If you could see that, Terracotta number 56 Estee Lauder lipstick. Beautiful colour. And there you have it. This is my sort of everyday, when I have 10 minutes, my everyday glowy summery makeup look. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! This is the finished result.